White people against white people. The Egyptian against the Egyptian. First, I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, the great millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word and truth and sincerity. Shebechnak, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. And just to, make it clear, it's so-called white people, right? So-called white people, the Edomites, okay, which are the so-called white man, or the white man as a whole is biblically known as the Edomites. And this is a nationality that they're trying to run away from. They're trying to run away from being associated with Esau, okay? And the modern day, I should say the so-called white man, is also spiritually the modern ruling class Egyptian. They're as Pharaoh. Okay? And this lesson is pretty much inspired, by the recent back and forth between the right and the left. Now that Trump is in office, it's like a battery in their pack. The right is going crazy on the left, and then the left is trying to counteract and going crazy on the right. And the scriptures speak about in Revelation 13 how it had two horns like a lamb, but they spake as a dragon. Okay, that's that beast system. Okay, the Edomites, which is, coming back as the Roman Empire, which you have Elon Musk, he did the Roman salute, which is the same thing as the Heil Hitler salute, because that salute, when you look into it, go ahead and look into it, that goes back to the Roman salute. It's the same thing. There's different variations where you can put one hand, you can do it on your shoulder, or you can do it by your chest. There's different variations, which also proves that this man, okay, is the Edomite. All right, he's the beast. He's the dragon, which is synonymous with the beast. Okay, which is the revitalized Roman Empire through the Renaissance, them coming back into power. Okay, and with that, the Most High, He has divided them. All right, and we're seeing that. I mean, it's a crazy back and forth. And you got our people that get involved in that as well. Just give me a second. Bear with me. I think I might have went the wrong way. Yeah. Give me a second. Bear with me. Okay. I want to get a precept, Salakia. Yeah, I'm good. I thought I go. This is an in transit too. I want to get a precept because it's a big mess. The Edomite is divided, and the Lord said that He would do this. So, Lord, I'm gonna call this one the white man against the white man, which is pretty much a play on Isaiah the 19th chapter, right? And let me get it, where the Lord will set the ruling class against each other. Okay, they don't agree. The government is pretty much in shambles. Okay, they hate each other. Political enemies, and that was the same thing that was going on in the Roman Empire, and that is also a tactic to, divide and conquer is a tactic to, destroy your enemy, because if your enemy is fighting amongst themselves, it's impossible for them to come together, in unison and go against the actual enemy that wants to take them down. Okay? So you know Russia, China, they're furthering the divide. Just like America, America does the same thing. These same tactics are now being used on America. But it's really a collapse. It's a collapse within, because all great civilizations, right? These big mega super powers, ultimately, how did they fall? Was it another nation, a smaller nation that came in and took them down? No, they collapsed from within, and this is what we're experiencing. This is Isaiah 19:1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud." So Isaiah, he's seeing this in a vision. That swift cloud is what this government is saying, the UAPs or UFOs. Those are the chariots. Okay, those are the chariots that are going to make their visit. Okay, in Zechariah the 5th chapter, it calls America the house of the thief. And I don't think I have to explain why America is the house of a thief. The very land that they're in, they stole it. And then they brought people, chiefly, I got a call. They brought chiefly the so-called black man, which are the Israelites, okay, from the tribe, the Southern Kingdom, to serve slavery. They stole them. That's just one. That's big, but we can go on and on about how America has stolen everything. I think that's well-known history. Give me a second. I think that's well-known history. Okay. It says, and shall come into Egypt. It's not speaking about ancient Egypt. It's speaking about spiritual Egypt. When you read Revelation 11 in the 8th chapter, it goes into a little bit more detail. It speaks to the great city. Okay, meaning America, which is also known as the great city, is spiritually known as Sodom, which is another indicator that's what America, in Revelation, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about an actual, mystery Babylon, spiritual Sodom, because the only nation that pushes that alphabet agenda across the whole world. They're the only nation to do that, literally, that made that, a forefront of their society. Okay, just like ancient Sodom and those other cities did. Okay, it was 5 cities in total. And then it speaks of ancient Egypt, because all the gods that America worships, unbeknownst to the actual, the actual people here in America, most of them all go back to Egypt. Okay, it's very similar. Okay, Esau is infatuated with Egypt, where you have the pyramid on the back of your dollar bill. You have obelisks everywhere. Okay, it's the same culture. Okay, bald heads, that was a thing of Egypt. Worshiping of the dead, that was a thing of Egypt. Women being the leader of the household, that was a thing of Egypt. Okay, so there's many spiritual correlations to ancient Egypt and now. Okay, you read Romans 9, it likened unto the destruction of Esau being compared to the destruction of ancient Pharaoh, and the reason why the Most High built up ancient Pharaoh. And mind you, the Israelites were in captivity in America. In Egypt, which is spiritual America. Okay, he built them up just to destroy them. So the same thing is happening now in this digital advanced time. Okay, it says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Yeah, the minds of these modern day Egyptians. Okay, it's going to melt, meaning they're going to be afraid. They're going to be confounded. They're going to be astonished when that day actually falls upon them. Okay, they're going to be afraid. Verse 2, this is the point. And I will set the Egyptians, okay, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. This has not happened yet. This is talking about what's happening now. Okay, the divide of the Edomite, the so-called white man. All right, the white man against the white man. And that's all that you see. Especially now that Donald J. Trump is back in office, which a lot of it, of course, is, it is orchestrated. Nevertheless, the people, they buy into it. They buy into politics. You got individuals that's all that they watch is politics. And whatever party that they're in, they fight for that party. It's like a game. It's like it's the Bloods and the Crips. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Okay? The red and the blue. Those are your two choices. Okay? And each political party will fight to the death for their political party. And whether their leader, ran the country down or was an asshole, whatever, they're going to fight for him. They're going to look past that, and then they're going to look at their opponent as evil, no matter if they did good things or not. Okay, and this is part of that divide that the Most High is mustering amongst these Egyptians. And Jake, you can add Jake in there too. As joining hands with the Egyptians. We read Isaiah, the 30th chapter, 31. It speaks to, those that trust in the shadow of Egypt, speaking about our people. Okay, how they're going to be confounded, how they go down to Pharaoh. Because Pharaoh is just a title, just like, you have a president. It's just a title. A Roman Caesar, that was a title. Okay? And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians. Even within the beast system, NATO and the EU, they're divided. You got Trump coming in. He put in tariffs on Canada, one of their major allies, one of their border. They border Canada. He basically cursing out the Prime Minister of Canada. Talking about you gonna pay. He cursing out the EU. Talking about y'all need to pay into NATO. These European nations, it's America first. So the Edomite is divided, even though they do come together, for the goal of destroying Jake. They can all agree on that. But even then, it's a big mess. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, right? Because they're brothers. Okay, the European Edomite, the American Edomite, the Democrat Edomite, the Republican Edomite. Okay, they're all brothers. They're all of that same stock. They all go back to Esau, Edom. All right, but they're divided on beliefs. They're divided in religion, political beliefs, religious beliefs. Okay, they're divided on social beliefs. All right, they're also divided by language. The Lord, He gave them different languages. Oh, the Russians are, Edomites too. And look, the main enemy is the Russians. So Esau, and we're going to get marked as well, because this pretty much, and you got Edomites that know it. This is the end. This is the end of the American hegemony, or as they say in Europe, the hegemony. This is the end of it. Okay, but this signifies the end of Esau. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's what they're not telling you. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. When you turn on the news, what is the hot topic? They're basically cursing each other out. saying you did this, you did that. You're the reason why. You're the reason why. The country is in shambles. Oh shit! You're the reason why the country is in shambles. Okay. You're the reason why this is happening. You don't care. You don't care about the less fortunate. That's all they're doing. They're just arguing that, that trickles down to the average everyday Edomite, where you got Esau throwing bows with each other. Your Esau can't come together. So the Lord is using that to divide and ultimately destroy him. Before you destroy the strong man, you got to bind him up, and that's part of the Most High binding a strong man. They're split. They're split on everything, even within the so-called illuminated ones. They're split. The elites. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. Yeah, because at one point they were always right. Esau was always right. He always, won. His counsel and his strategies were always on point. Not so much anymore. Right? It says their witchcraft used to work. You see the thing with TikTok. TikTok is exposing them. They're trying to ban it. Trump is allowing it to ride out for a little bit longer. It's a big fucking mess. Okay? And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols and to charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards. Yeah, they tap it into witchcraft. The ancestors and spirits and numerology and astrology and different scientists. Science the way they're gonna take the MOTB. That's gonna be the way, merging with machine. They're all in shambles. It says, and I will give the Egyptians, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. Now, is that cruel Lord going to be Donald Trump? It's looking like it, because he's coming in shaking shit up. He's coming in shaking shit up. Okay. Cursing people out. Telling individuals that they're incompetent. Destroying certain programs that the Democrats put into play. Okay, saying that they're gonna do this, rounding up migrants, deporting them, putting tariffs on different nations, saying he gonna do this, and he doing a lot of it. America's becoming more draconian. Canceling certain programs. Okay, that's so-called supposed to help the people. But it's all a snare. It was all a snare for you people to get addicted, so then he can come down with his rule. Okay. It says, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. Said the Lord of hosts. Yeah, and they're afraid that, Donald Trump is, he's like a dictator. They're likening him unto, Hitler in the beginning stages of, Nazi Germany. Let me, I'm almost at camp, so I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to go to Mark. Okay. Give me a second. The Lord has totally divided this place. Mark 3:24, it says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. See? That kingdom cannot stand. So is America going to continue its prosperity and its global power? Well, just by this statement alone that our Lord said, it can't. Because You have to be on one accord, and they can't agree. Okay, the right and the left, they cannot agree on anything. A lot of it is, political theater, but nevertheless, it is what it is. Okay, these are the things that are actually happening, which is making America weak. And see, their enemies are, looking at this, and they're going to take advantage. All right. So that was it on that. I'm gonna close it there. Until next time, shalom to the legs.